What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Ken's Pats Talk Patriots podcast. It is a Monday. It's a recap day. Patriots Falcons. What a game and what a game! I told you guys that game was gonna be a tough one. And it was. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Give me that thumbs up. Make sure you're sharing the content and make sure you are subscribed to the Ken's Pats Talk Patriots podcast. As I said, the Patriots are 7-2. They advanced to 7-2 yesterday against the Falcons. And I guess you can say a nail biter. I mean, John Parker Romo, he missed the field goal, got us to 23-24. If he makes that field goal, we're probably sitting here having a different conversation. Falcons could have won that game. They could have won that game. They had us on the ropes. Drake May had a couple turnovers, had two fumbles, got back on one. Had an interception, looked like an overthrow or miscommunication. But other than that, I thought the team played well. Boston game. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Make sure you hit that like button, man. Appreciate it. Our man Mirza 7-2 and only Tampa. Yes, sir. But I mean, Drake May still had a bad game. If that's a bad game, I think I'll take that. With that bad game, he still had over 100 passer rating. His passer rate was over 100. So that's pretty good for him, man. Got the run game going. I like what I seen from Travion Henderson and Terrell Jennings. Getting a lot of playing time yesterday. Actually scored his first touchdown. Pop Douglas, his uncle, shout out to Pop too, man. Prayers up for him. His uncle got shot the other night, I think the night before the game or over the weekend. His uncle got shot. And for Pop Douglas to come out and had a game, he did 4 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Like, man, that was a nice scheme touchdown by McDaniels too. But Pop Douglas, with all that on his mind and heart and whatnot, for him to come out there and play good, man, hats out to Pop. Stephon Diggs, second game in a row with a touchdown. He played pretty good. Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper. I mean, you could just keep going on and on, man. We're going to get all that here shortly. Also going to pick the Monday Night Football game between the Cowboys and the Cardinals tonight. But I like what I seen for his team, man. And we knew that game was coming where Drake May didn't look the best. But even in like a B- or a C+ performance, he still was able. He threw 2 touchdowns. He turned the ball over. He threw 2 touchdowns, and you was able to win that game. That's the mark of a good team, when you can play bad and not play your best, but still be able to win the game. And that's what the Patriots did. Yeah, it was only a tough one because they imploded second half. First half was indicative to what was really going on there. Yeah, I actually thought it was 21-7, and it's looking like we was driving. We could at least went into the half at worst 24-7. And you didn't get a chance for a field goal. You turned the ball over there. Drake May with the fumble. I'm holding the ball and doing too much there with the fumble. And then they scored. They basically scored. Leonard Floyd ran it back. No, James Pierce ran it back almost to the daggone almost scored with Will Campbell. Shot to Will Campbell with the tackle on James Pierce. And then they got in there like on third down. They threw it to Drake London and they scored. They scored a touchdown and made it 14-21. So he's a little bit nervous there, a little bit of angst there. I don't know what happened, but Drake, I think he tried to do too much with the ball. And then you go all of a sudden, you're going from 24-7 or maybe even 28-7, a blowout game would have been over, to 14-21. And it seemed like the momentum went to the Falcons' way at the end of the first half going into the second half. That's what it looked like. So I think the Patriots missed a lot of opportunities. They left a lot. Like I like what Vrabel said. They took a nap. They left a lot of points on the field. They started just napping and kind of got a little sloppy with the football. I actually think the final score isn't what the game really was. I actually think the Patriots outplayed the Falcons for the most part, but they left some plays on the field and kind of fell asleep. I don't think they really thought the Falcons could beat them yesterday. Armand said we played bad and won. That hasn't happened since the Brady years. I also felt we were going to have another blowout and started getting Brady years feel where we're so good the game's boring. Huh? Yeah, it did kind of feel like that. But I actually feel like That game, you should have put up another 30 burger, another 30 something points, and you should have won that game by. You made that game tougher than what it was. You made that game a lot more tougher than what it should have been, man. You should not have made that game that hard. Shouldn't have made that game that hard. So I feel like this game here is a wake up call. Cause guess what? You got Tampa this week, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got all week to get into it. We got trade deadline. We're gonna get into Tampa Bay Buccaneers later on this week. But Tampa Bay's coming off a bye. They're hungry. They're coming off a bye. Last time we seen Tampa, they lost to the Detroit Lions. So I'm sure they still got that taste in their mouth. They lost to Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football, and they did not have a good performance. Now they're going back home off a bye. They're well rested. They're probably getting some injured players back. So you come out and play like that in Tampa, you're gonna get ran out there. I said that yesterday on the stream. It's gonna be a tough performance. It's gonna be a tough game to come back for. It's gonna be tough. Appreciate that. Boston Gamer, some crazy catches from London and Robinson really helped that too. That was really a tale of two halves. Yeah, it was. It was. Agreed. If we would have played how we have lately, it would have been. So it would have been as close as it was. It was close because we played bad, more so than because Atlanta is good. I like that. London's so good. Yeah, I would love to have Drake London, man. Would love to have Drake London. Guys, this show is also powered by the Sportsline Media. Go to www.sportslinemedia.com. Go make sure you go check out the site. Make sure you go check out the YouTube channel too, man. This show is powered by the Sportsline Media, man. Really appreciate it. But Drake London. Let's talk about that Drake London and Christian Gonzalez matchup. I actually thought for the most part, London had Gonzo had London in handcuffs all game. He caught a slant, a curl, and that deep 50-50 ball where he got the ball from Gonzalo. But Gonzalo made a good play on the ball. He just Drake London outmuscled him. But other than that, he won't doing anything on Gonzo. Got the fourth down stop, got another stop, I think in the first half, and then another Gonzo had Drake London in clamps. I like what Drake London said at the game. He said Christian Gonzalez is an all-star corner. Whatever I forgot the words he said, but he's a great corner. That's what he said yesterday. So hats off to Drake London, man. If he can stay healthy, and the Falcons got a stud over there, man. Keep in mind that Falcons offense is loaded. If Michael Penix can continue to come on, they got Drake London, they got Bijan Robinson, they got Kyle Pitts, they got Algier, the backup running back to Robinson, and their offensive line ain't really that bad. Like that Falcons team is talented, especially the offense. They need some. Their defense ain't bad either. They one of the top defenses in the league. Good secondary, good pass rush, linebackers okay. Falcons not too far away. I just think they need is coaching and scheme with them. They need a better scheme. I don't think the Falcons are too far away. I do not think the Falcons are too far away. But I think that was a good game by Christian Gonzalez. I know Carson Davis. A lot of people give Carson Davis a lot of slack. I ain't gonna say he struggled. He gave up a touchdown, gave up a couple of catches, but he ain't getting beat deep. He ain't giving up a lot of yards and stuff. Cornerback's gonna give up yards. There's no Deion Sanders. Even they was giving up yards here and there. It's just the big plays you don't want to give up. And I thought they did a pretty good job yesterday with that. I definitely think we'll get to the trade deadline soon, here shortly, but I think the pass rush needs to be better. Chason had a sack. They got a couple other. They got some pressures from Landry. They Milton Williams, Baum. They got some pressures. They're getting the pressure, but they're not getting the sacks. Now, to affect the quarterback, it's not all about sack. It is about getting pressures. But I thought in the second half, it really wasn't a lot. It really wasn't a lot of pressure on Michael Penix. It wasn't a lot of pressure on him. I really don't understand why the Falcons aren't one of the better teams in the league right now. Offensive loaded, and they have one of the top defenses. You may be right about coaching and scheme. Yeah, I think it's coaching and scheme for Atlanta, man, because they got the talent. I would love to have that talent. You give Drake May a Robinson, a Kyle Pitts. I didn't even mention Pitts. You give Drake May a Kyle Pitts, a Robinson, a Drake London. Come on, man. The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. I actually think Drake needs a big X wide receiver. I like Kayshon Boutte. We haven't really seen much on Kyle Williams. Matt Hollins is a good receiver, but he's older. He's like on a 1-year deal. He's not going to be with May for the next 5 to 7 years. I actually think Drake May needs a big X wide receiver that he can grow with and throw the ball up to. Something like a Ted McMillan, Ted McMillan, Drake London, those tall X. He needs something big. He needs a big outside wide receiver. That's what Diggs is good, but he's not an outside X. Not that big X guy. Drake needs a big guy he can grow with, and that'll take Drake to the next level. But I feel like, as far as the defense, the pass rush needs to be better. Let me see. I don't even take Hunter Henry over Pitts on the offense. Yeah. The pass rush needs to be better, man. You really don't got nothing but Cleveon Chason, Harold Landry, Milton Williams, Christian Barmore. That's your front four. And if the Milton Williams and Christian Barmore is not getting home, now you're relying on Cleveon Chason and Harold Landry. They're playing way too many snaps. Landry and Chason are playing too many snaps. Way too many snaps for them. You got them playing first and second down and then third down. Let's go make a trade for somebody. About to trade here soon. Go out here and go get a pack. Go get an Arden Key. Go get your Arden Key, a Malcolm Kuntz from the Raiders. That way you can leave Chason and Landry. You can freshen them up a little bit. The pass rush has not been consistent. They've been getting some pressures here and there, but the pass rush has not been consistent. The pass rush needs to be better. If they want to go where I think you feel they can go this year, they need better pass rush. I think Chason got 5.5 sacks. And I think let me see. Landry got about 5 sacks too. So both of them got 5.5 sacks together. They got 10.5 sacks all together. You need another pass rusher. You need more depth. You need better depth there. I like Malcolm Kuntz from the Raiders. I think he'd be a good fit with the Patriots. Playing opposite Max Crosby. I think Malcolm Kuntz has like 1 sack right now, but he should have a lot more playing opposite Crosby. Speaking of Crosby, I want Max Crosby bad. That dude's an animal. Good luck with that one. Don't think that's going to happen. The Raiders are going to want the farm for him. I can see him going to the Cowboys, but the Raiders are going to want a farm for him. A couple first rounders. So, not going to happen. You're not getting Max Crosby. I wouldn't mind having him either. I think Myles Garrett would go for way more than Max Crosby. But I think Crosby, you probably giving up a 2 ones. Or probably a first and a second, probably more than that. He is that whole Raiders team, basically. But I would love Max Crosby, man. He can line up all over the place. I love Max Crosby. But it's probably not going to happen. Probably an off-season thing that you probably can do. I do it in the off-season. Well, I don't even know about the off-season. I'll probably go towards the draft. I'll probably go in the draft and get me a young pass rusher. Use your own capital for that in the draft. But we do know in the draft, when we're doing our draft shows this off-season, pass rusher is going to be up there. They got to get a young pass rusher. Chason's on a 1-year deal. Landry, he's 29, so he's not going to be around for the next 5 years. You got Landry for 3 years. So I think adding a pass rush to what you got right now, because just imagine if you go out and get an Arden Key. Now you got Arden Key, Cleveon Chason, you got Harold Landry, you still got Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. They're pushing the pocket from within, from the inside. But now you can sub and you can rest Chason, you can rest Landry. Now you can bring along Braden Swenson on the practice squad, bring him and Elijah Pondo along very slowly. I think Anthony Jennings, he's better as a run defense. He's not that good of a pass rusher. So you just need more juice on it. You need more bodies there. You need a lot more bodies there. And to get that, you're going to have to make a trade. You probably have to give up much, about a 6th or 7th round pick, probably like a pick swap for a player like Malcolm Kuntz or Arden Key. And I think Arden Key's probably going to be the guy. I can see the Titans get rid of Arden Key. He's been inactive. He's been hurt, so they say. So I can see them getting rid of Arden Key. And Vrabel brought him into Tennessee. Vrabel was there with him in Tennessee when they signed him. So I can see us getting Arden Key tomorrow. Also tomorrow, we are going to do a trade deadline special show. I'll be tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do it's going to be well after the trades are official and done. But we will be going live tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon, to break down the trades if we did anything. Assuming we do something tomorrow, we will be having a trade show tomorrow night. So make sure you tune in for that tomorrow night. We already have one of the best run defenses in the league. At a pass rusher value is going to upgrade every facet of that pass defense. Secondary will eat with that pressure. Yep, agreed, man. I 100% agree to that. You need a pass rusher bad. And the worst for you have to get you a pass rusher. I like Chason, but I don't think he's the long-term answer. No, man, he could be. He's young. He's 26 years old, so he probably, if Chason get 10 sacks, you can extend Chason. But he's not. He can't be your best pass rusher Cleveland Touchdown can't be your best pass rusher. He's kind of being like a journeyman at this point. He can't be your best pass. He's on his third team. Can't be your best pass rusher. I have a feeling we ain't doing nothing other than depth pieces that don't hit like that. Well, if you're expecting a big move like a Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, or Chris Olave, Rasheed, something like that, that ain't gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. I can see us doing. I think we need depth pieces though. That's what we need, like a Arden Key, Malcolm Kuntz. You're not asking them to come in and start right now, but you're asking them to be a sub rusher, be a depth piece, be behind Chase Hunt and Landry. That's all. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you need. Because the depth, Boston game, if Chase Hunt gets hurt, Landry gets hurt, Spillane gets hurt, what you gonna do? You're in trouble. You're in trouble though if some of your starters get hurt. The only position you really got good depth is probably wide receiver, where you can afford an injury. And Kayshon Boutte just messed up his hamstring. I know he said today he's probably not going to be out that long, but I mean, I think you can afford it. You can get by without Kayshon Boutte for a game or two. But if Chason gets hurt, Landry gets hurt, you're in trouble. I mean, what's your plan? Elijah Ponder, Braden Swenson, who hasn't even got on the field yet. I mean, what's your plan if some of these starters get hurt? Robert Spillane, who's going to be your linebacker? Spillane gets hurt. Jack Gibbons, Marty Mapu. So, yeah, I'm fine with depth, but we should be able to do that plus better. You should be able to do that plus better. Yeah, we got the assets too, but I don't want to give up a third round pick, or like the Eagles just got Jalen Phillips. I wouldn't have did that. We have the access and capital to make a real move. We do, but I wouldn't do it though, man. Because you look at Trey Hendrickson. The Bengals are wanting a first round pick for him. I'm not doing that. And the Eagles just sent Miami a third round pick for Jalen Phillips. That's to the NFC conference. You know the Dolphins were not going to give us Jalen Phillips. We're going to have to pay out the tail for that. We won't just going to get Jalen Phillips for no third round pick. I think they probably would have asked a second round for us because we're in the same division. I'd give up a third for who, Boston? Hendrickson or Jalen Phillips? I'm assuming you're talking about Hendrickson. I wouldn't have did that third that the Eagles did. I wouldn't have did that. He's gonna be a rental. You got to re-sign him. And Jalen Phillips has been hurt the last couple of years. He's been injury prone the last couple of years. I'm assuming you're saying you'll give up the third for Trey Hendrickson. I give up a third for Hendrickson. I do that. Yeah, I give up a third for Trey Hendrickson. I would do that. Giving up a third is like giving up Kyle Williams. I can live with that. I get it. Well, for Trey Hendrickson, yeah, I give up a third for him. You'd have to re-sign him. I think he's gonna be a free agent after the season. He is older. I think Hendrickson's 29, 30. Because he got paid when Judon came to the Patriots years ago. That's when Trey Hendrickson got paid that same year. He was in that free agent class with Matthew Judon. So bottom line is you gotta get a pass rusher. Because you got some tough teams coming up. You got to play Buffalo in another month. You got Baltimore. You got Tampa this Sunday. Baker Mayfield. You don't want to give him a lot of time come Sunday. You want to get after the passer. I guarantee you, if you go out and you get an Arden Key or you get a Malcolm Kuntz, they're gonna make your pass rush better. Are they the final answer to your team? No. Are they blue chip players or is it a blue chip talent? No. But there's better talent that you have if Chason and Landry gets hurt. That's better talent. I think Arden Key averages about 6 sacks a season with the Titans last couple of years. Malcolm Kuntz, really good play. He's been hurt. He was hurt, I think, last year. But before he got hurt, I think he had 8 sacks in the season. So keep in mind, the biggest move for the Patriots not going to come till after the year. This team is what they is right now. The biggest move ain't going to come till like in the offseason. Draft, free agency, pass rusher, maybe a receiver, something like that. Then after Tampa, we got a short week with Thursday Night Football going to need bodies. Yep. And we already banged up. Gonzo got hurt. I know he came back. Christian Ellis got hurt. Kayshon Boutte got hurt. I heard Will Campbell hurt his shoulder, but he stayed in. You got some injuries now. Kayshon Boutte probably going to be out a couple weeks. If I'm the team, I'm not playing Kayshon Boutte against Tampa. I'm not playing them next Thursday getting the jab. I don't want to see Kayshon Boutte again until we play the Bengals in 2 weeks. Let them rest up that grade 1 hamstring strain. Let them rest up. You can beat the Jets without Kayshon Boutte. Let's see how you do in Tampa. We get into that game later on this week, starting Wednesday. But you should be able to beat the Jets next week on a short week if you don't have Kayshon Boutte this week in Tampa and then next week. Let Kayshon Boutte rest up. Let's see what Kyle Williams can do. I feel a lot of hate about Kyle Williams. I don't like it. Kyle Williams is going to be all right. We all gave up on Kayshon Boutte after his first year. Look what Kayshon Boutte has done. We gave up on Pop early in the year. Look what Pop's been doing the last couple games. It's too early to give him Kyle Williams. He hasn't really gotten opportunities. He has not gotten opportunities. It could be worse. He could be out there dropping passes. If the issues that Kyle Williams is having right now is getting on the same page with Drake May, I'll take that. Or running wrong route, I'll take that. It could be worse. He could be out there dropping passes or showing bad body language or getting hurt every time or something like that. So I'll take his problems right now. It seems like the problems right now are mental. It's not physical. Because on film, he gets open. Nobody's saying he's not getting open. It's just probably not running the wrong route. So if his biggest problem right now is not being in the right place at the right time, I'll take that because I think he'll grow. He'll get better with reps. The hamstring makes me nervous. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're sharing the content. Make sure you are subscribed to the Ken's Pat's Talk Patriots podcast. That's something that can linger and keep popping up. Another receiver would be nice. We'll see tomorrow. Maybe they surprise and go trade for a Rashid Shaheed or something like a depth piece or something like that. Let's see. But I think if they don't, they feel good about what they got and that Kayshon Boutte's not going to be out a long period of time. So that's how I feel about that. But we probably won't get. Vrabel said today during his press conference that we're going to see a lot of. He should be a major part, a greater part of the offense going forward because Kayshon Boutte's probably not going to play. So Kyle Williams probably going to be a starting X receiver. If not starting, he's going to get a lot of reps. Kyle Williams is going to be on the field, so I'm interested in seeing him Sunday. He's not going to have 150 yards. I don't expect that, but just get in the groove, getting a couple catches. That's what we want to see. And maybe with a full week of practice with Drake May, that's going to help Kyle out. Williams better bury his face in that playbook then because we need production out of it. Yes, we do. Because we got production out of every other pick. I even think that day 3 picks, Josh Farmer has been pretty good. Craig Wilson's been starting. We already know we're getting Will Campbell and Jarrett Wilson. Travion Henderson been coming on last couple of weeks. So Kyle Williams is really the only top 100 pick that we really haven't seen anything from. He got 2 catches. He hasn't caught a pass since the Steelers game, but he hasn't had opportunities. He got veteran players ahead of him. So I think he'll be all right. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Pop Douglas starting to come on. Everybody tried to bury Pop Douglas a few weeks ago. And Pop Douglas been coming on the last couple of weeks. Everybody gave up on Kayshon Boutte after he couldn't get his foot in bound his first year, his rookie season, 2023. Now look at Kayshon Boutte. He's a top contributor on your team, leading your team in touchdowns. So let's not bury him yet, man. He's a top 100 pick. Give him some time. Cal will be all right. He's only going to get it with repetition. He's only going to get it with repetition. He'll be fine. I think Cal will be fine, man. But yeah, trade deadline tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. We will be doing a show. It's not going to be at 4. It's going to be later on tomorrow afternoon. So after all the trades are done and official, it'll be late tomorrow afternoon around about 8 probably 8:30 will be the trade deadline, the trade show tomorrow. Me and Planet and I think DJ will be here talking tomorrow about trades, see what moves the Patriots make if they make any. I'm not out on him. I can't say anyone is a bust until year 3 comes and the dude is still not getting it. Agree. Like I can see if he's not even really like we ain't seen him drop a pass yet. He's been getting open. You watched the R22, Kyle Williams gets open just for some reason. Him and Drake May haven't really clicked yet. And I think that'll come in practice with reps and things like that. And then in the game, he will trust them. Remember, May really wasn't going to Pop Douglas to start. Lately, he's been going back to Pop. He's been going to Pop. And Pop been having some good games lately. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, man. It really is. It's gonna be interesting to see. But we got a big game this week, Sunday, in Tampa Bay. Patriots are 4-0. The Patriots are 4-0 on the road. So that's good. If you're 4-0 on the road, you're going to Tampa. The Buccaneers are coming off a bye week. and they lost to Detroit. And they didn't. Last time they was on the field, they didn't have a great performance. So I'm sure Tampa's going to come out fired up, and we got all week to get into that game. We got all week to get into that game, man. All week to get into the Tampa Bay game. We got Monday Night Football tonight. We got Cardinals and Cowboys. So drop your predictions in the chat. I'm gonna preview this game real quick before we get off for the night. Cardinals coming off a bye week. They coming up. They are 2-4, I think. 2-5. The Cardinals are. I want to say 2-5, and the Cowboys are 3-4, I believe. 3-4-1. Let's see. Yeah, Cowboys are 3-4-1. The Cardinals are 2-5. Cowboys are favored by 3.5 points. So I think Dallas will win tonight. Dallas pretty good home team. Dak Prescott, that offense, they're like They're averaging about 35%. They didn't look good against the Broncos last week, but that off, I don't think Cardinals gonna be able to do much with Dallas tonight. It would definitely be an upset if Arizona was to pull it off. It'd be a big time upset. No Kyler Murray tonight. Jacoby Brissett starting. They do got Trey McBride. They got Marvin Harrison. Let's see. Trayvon Diggs, he's out. I think he's on IR for the Cowboys. I don't know what to expect tonight from this game. I mean, Cowboys should win. On paper, it shouldn't be close. But, I mean, you never know. You never know about the Cowboys. You never know about the NFL any given Sunday. The Cowboys offense has been lights out, but they are due for a bad game. Maybe that bad game came last week when they lost in Denver. Dak Prescott turned the ball over a couple of times, 2 interceptions. So maybe that was the game they were due for because their offense has been lights out. But Jacoby said, he's not really going to push the ball down the field. But interesting, though, Jacoby has been playing good with the Cardinals. They look good with Jacoby Brissett against the Colts and against Green Bay. I think Jacoby about to put up 300-plus yards, bro. I don't know about that, Boston. I don't know about that. Cowboys defense bad, but I don't know if they're that bad to let Jacoby Brissett do that. You could be right, though. You could be right. But interested in seeing the Cowboys offense against his Cardinals defense. Cardinals defense not really they middle of the pack. Jonathan Gannon, he's a defensive first coach. I'm interested in seeing this game, seeing how they can how they cover George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Ferguson, and Javonte Williams, how they stop the run. The Cowboys got some guys on that offense. Let's see if they can get after Dak Prescott, make him turn the ball over. Like Jaden Blue is going to be in that tonight. Will Johnson versus CeeDee Lamb, that should be an interesting matchup. The corner, first round, the rookie corner out of Michigan, he might be on George Pickens tonight. But I want to see how but you can't double Pickens in last. I want to see how they do going up against Lamb and Pickens. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting tonight. So I'm not going to sleep on the Cardinals because they've been in most of their games. I don't think they've been blown out. They've been in most of their games. Harrison hasn't been very impressive. Yeah, he hasn't. But he's looked good with Jacoby Brissett. He really has. I don't know what's going on with Kyler Murray. I think he's hurt. He had a concussion or something. But he's not playing. He's inactive tonight. Dude needs a new quarterback to shine, I think. I think Cardinals going to be in the quarterback market after this year. I don't think Kyler Murray is going to be there too much longer. These teams, they ready to move on. They want to start winning. And sometimes if you're not the problem, you got to be a solution. If you ain't a solution, they got to move on from you. So I guess what the Cardinals are saying, you're not the problem, but you're not the solution either. So I think Kyler Murray, I think this might be his report that came out. This might be his final season with the Cardinals. So it could be his final. I'm saying dude needs a new quarterback to shine, I think. Well, watch him with Jacoby Brissett tonight. He's been playing. I think he was solid last time they played against the Green Bay, and they I think against the Colts. Last 2 games Kyler Murray has missed. So that's gonna be interesting, man. I'm not gonna sleep on the car. I'm not gonna pick them to win tonight. Would I be shocked? Yeah, I'd be shocked if the Cardinals won tonight. I think the Cowboys, they're home. They're lights out at home. They are lights out at home. Now on the road, they're different. They're lights out at home on prime time in the spotlight against an inferior opponent, which is not really good in the Cardinals, 2-5 team. That's a good spot for the Cowboys to put on the show tonight. Remember when people want us to pick Harrison over May? Oh, yeah. I mean, who would have been throwing him the ball? Jacoby Brissett? Probably last year, Jacoby Brissett. And then, I mean, assuming, oh, man, I don't know what would have happened. Because if you picked Harrison last year, you had Jacoby Brissett or whatnot, maybe you win enough games where you can't even get a pick in this year's draft, can't get your quarterback in this year's draft. So that would have been all messed up. One thing about Brissett, he's not going to really force it, turn the ball over like that. He's not going to take you to the promised land, but he ain't going. I don't think he's going to lose it for you either. So we saw that. We saw the Jacoby Brissett experience last year with the Patriots. So he's kind of, I ain't gonna say boring, but he's kind of mid. You know, he's mid. He gonna do just enough. But if we would have got Marvin Harrison over May, that would have been crazy. We would not be 7-2 right now if we didn't pick the young, athletic, crazy, skilled quarterback to mold. Agree. But what's your score for the night, gamer? Before we get off for the night, drop your final scores in the chat. I'm gonna go 28. I'm gonna go 28. 31-20. I'm gonna go 31-20 Cowboys for the night. 31-20. I actually think the Cowboys defense will look better tonight because the defense being so bad. They're playing Jacoby Brissett. It's not Kyler Murray. You ain't got to worry about Kyler Murray run all over the field. So I actually think their defense is going to look better tonight. Then most fans will start getting crazy and saying how they're back and all this. So I actually think they'll look better tonight. Let me see. You said 43-33 Cowgirls. Okay. Be interesting. Should be interesting. 43-33 Cowgirls. I don't know about putting up 43 points. Don't know about that. But because the Cardinals defense is solid. They milled the pack. They are milled the pack. So it'll be interesting one tonight, man. I expect a lot of points. So it should be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go 31-20. I actually think the Cowboys will make a few stops tonight because, like I said, it is Jacoby Brissett. It's not Kyler Murray running around making plays and doing nothing crazy. You kind of know what Jacoby Brissett is going to be at. So I think they'll do just enough to win tonight. Then I think they got the Raiders next week, so the Cowboys should win their next 2 games. They should win their next 2 games. So won't be interesting, man. Hey, catch me. This gonna be it for tonight. Wrap it up. I got Cowboys 31-20 gonna win tonight. Boston game. You said you got 43-33 Cowgirls. We'll see, man. We'll see. I know everybody be happy if the Cowboys lost. So we'll see, man. But catch us tomorrow night. Break it down all the trade news, the latest news, what happened. Would the Patriots make a move? Would they not? My gut feeling, I'm calling Arden Key will be a Patriot by tomorrow night around this time. Arden Key, we will be talking about Arden Key, the defensive end from the Titans, who's been been hurt last couple of weeks. I think he'll be a Patriot come tomorrow. So we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. But catch us tomorrow night. Me, Pat's Plenty and D will be live tomorrow night at 8:30 doing a show, man. 8:30. Make sure you set your reminders. 8:30 tomorrow night. We'll be doing a trade recap special show on the channel. So appreciate it, and that's gonna be it for the night. Enjoy the game. Go Pats.